This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. Ramonto's in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialists. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. And by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more.
Welcome back. Second half action. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, Middlebury Tigers taking the second half kickoff back, and they'll get to about the 30-yard line before they're tackled. The kick returner, number 11, Simon Fisher, gets tackled, and that'll be Tiger football. First and 10 from the 29-yard line is a second half action. Hopefully have a little bit more scoring in the first half, 6-0 in the first half. St. Johnsbury on top.
YCN is now affiliated with the Heroes and Icons Network, drawing from timeless classics as well as more contemporary TV. All eyes are on H&I.
So first and 10. Runs out to the outside is Palmenville, and he gains a few yards.
Keeper. Duck it on the stop. Ball on the 34, where it's going to be 2nd and 5.
So 2nd down and 5. First drive of this second half. Tigers opening up this second half, trailing 6-0, looking to get something on the board here, as they have not really had many opportunities, not really many scoring attempts. Handoff to Hutt. Tyler Hutt, the fullback, gets it to about the 37-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd and 3. So, Andrew, we were talking about it in between breaks, and we mentioned how both these teams we thought would be a high-scoring affair, and you had talked about how some of the local media thought these two teams, or at least St. Johnsbury or Middlebury, were ranked pretty high in Vermont standings.
Yeah, they were, and I probably correct in what we're seeing in terms of being a very good game. Just thought there'd be way more offense.
And both these teams playing Hartford once this year, as we see Palmenville getting sacked back to the original line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 4th down and 10. Both teams playing. We know we have a lot of viewers from the Hartford area and familiar with the Hurricanes, and both these teams playing Hartford this year. St. Johnsbury beating the defending champ Hurricanes 22-19 in week 1, and then last week Middlebury traveling to Hartford and losing 36-7. I know a lot of people heard that game on the local ESPN radio over there. So the drop snap, trying to get it off anyway. He does get it off, then he's run into, but no flags. Manages to get it across the 50-yard line. So Middlebury maybe a little fortunate after that muffed snap. And the Hilltoppers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 49. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, St. Johnsbury Hilltoppers with the football, 1st and 10 from their own 49, and hand off to number 25, Matthew Roy. He gets it
where it's going to be 2nd
into Tiger territory, just about the 46-yard line.
Tune in every week for YCN Sports Talk, focusing on our region's college and professional sports with the Salt Hill Pub NFL Picks of the Week and YCN Sports Wrap of high school varsity sports. They can be seen on Sunday at 2 and 2:30 p.m. Check your local listings for other air times.
So number 2, Jacob Cady in the shotgun, and he gets the quick pass, and the ball is on the field. It looks like it's going to be called incomplete. And we saw that a lot in that first half. Cady, he loves to do that. He takes the shotgun snap, quick look to his left or to his right, mostly looking for number 80, Jasper Rankin.
$820.
And looks like the Tigers maybe made some adjustments. They were all over that one.
To the winner.
Yeah, it looks like they did, and we saw later on in that first half, St. Johnsbury ran that same play in the Tigers. We saw them adjust as well, so Middlebury ready for kind of that screen pass.
So 3rd and 5.
There it is again.
Snap to Katie Wright, another one. And this one is complete and past the sticks. I believe that one was to Alercia, and he gets the first down.
Not before the first
so,
down.
Once again, Hilltopper's not afraid to go back to the well, the same exact play. And they're going to keep doing this until Middlebury can show that they can stop the ball, stop the play consistently, not just one time here and there. They're going to keep doing it.
Yeah, the Tigers have to watch out for that lead receiver with that block. If they can get by that block, they can blow up that play.
Handoff to Roy up the middle. He cuts to his left, and then he, after breaking a few tackles, ball's loose. Did he get down? They're going to say he was not down. Ball was loose, and it's picked up by the Tigers. Looked like he might have been down, but they're going to say no. He was continuing to stumble forward, and he fumbles. Tiger football.
Not sure exactly who that was. It might have been Simon Fisher there, number 11.
Be 1st and 10.
Nice job by the Tigers. That's a huge turnover for them. Still not in superb field position, but still looks like St. Johnsbury was really marching down the field. See if the Tigers can tie this game up.
So if you're Middlebury, you really would love to get a drive here, and you do with a handoff up the middle. And after a couple defenders miss, he's finally dragged down by number 25, Matthew Roy. And that is number 30, Len Sheldrick.
Nice job by Sheldrick there, really an explosive runner. Plowing right through the middle.
Be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
That's a big play for the Tigers.
Yeah, nice play there. If you are the Tigers, you're just trying to start the drive, move the chains, get some yards, and they bust free for a huge gain up to their own 47-yard line where they'll have it 1st and 10. Palmanville hands it off to the fullback, and the fullback dives forward. That's Tyler Hutt. Dives forward for a good chunk of yardage, bringing up 2nd and short.
If you're interested in advertising on any of YCN's programs, Outside Television and Heroes and Icons Network, or might want your local event, parade, or concert televised, contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
So Palmanville under center, Hutt behind him. Simon Fisher off to his left. The handoff is faked and capped by Palmanville, who finds a man down the field. Deep down the field, Wyatt Cameron at the 25-yard line. 1st down, Tigers. Field, deep down the field, Wyatt Cameron at the 25-yard line. 1st down, Tigers.
Nice job by Cameron there, turning his body around, making the catch. Really, the Tigers, their offense is really looking good here. I think that turnover really pumped them up, gave them some extra energy. Tigers trying to punch it in early here in the 2nd half.
Palmanville under center. Has Hutt behind him. He hands off to the 2nd man, and I believe that one was Deering off the left side, a few-yard gain. And it looks like Palmanville has had a lot more success when he does a quick fake handoff or a quick handoff. That option play,
it's going to be 2nd and 7.
The Hilltoppers were kind of figuring that out towards the end of the 2nd half.
Yeah, I think the option play is giving St. Johnsbury, the defense, giving them too much time, and really they're able to kind of read the Tigers' play and blow it up. So, yeah, the quick handoff is definitely keeping St. Johnsbury more off balance.
So here's Palmanville under center. One running back behind him, one in motion. Deering's the man in motion. This time it's the give to number 30, Sheldrick, and a lot of shoving there now. I don't know if the ball was loose or it was just a little scrum there, but either way, they will maintain possession. The Tigers will. 1st down. Not quite 1st down, 3rd and short.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValle Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Thank them for their longtime support of YCN.
So 3rd and short for the Tigers. Palmanville understanding. He'll keep it, and it opens up the defensive line. They were caught flat-footed. Palmanville didn't even have to get into a crouch and sneak it. He just stood upright and ran for a half dozen yards and a first down. So 1st and goal now from the 9. Palmanville under center. The handoff to Deering, and he gets inside the 5, but can't get much more than that. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Knocking on the stop.
So now the Tigers knocking on the door, trying to tie the lead, tie the game, maybe take the lead as they trail 6-0. Palmanville under center.
Timeout on the field.
And there's a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 5:17 to play here in the 3rd quarter. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide as the Middlebury Tigers now face 2nd and goal from the 4. The handoff up the middle,
Deering, the ball
stretching,
carrier.
And the refs are going to say he was
Ball's
down.
Going to be spotted about 6 inches.
It's about
shy.
inside the 1 yard line, as close as you can get to without getting it in the end zone. So the Tigers will try it again here on 3rd and short. The crowd getting into it. The stands beginning to shake here. 3rd and goal. The sneak by Palmanville. No signal yet.
Goes in
and it's a touchdown. So Palmanville with the 1 yard sneak to tie the game 6-6 with the extra point pending.
Touchdown.
Nice job by the Tiger offense after that big turnover. Marching down the field, making a statement. This game's tied up now, and the Tigers have a chance to take a lead by 1 or 2 if they make it. And really, Middlebury needed that one. This has been a good game so far. Defenses have really been strong.
Jackson Donahue for the extra point. It's up and good. Tigers with the lead. So a nice drive there for the Tigers. And they cash in on a 1 yard touchdown run by number 3 quarterback Cody Palmanville. The extra point converted gives the Tigers a 7-6 lead. We will take a break. 4:42 to play. More YCN Game of the Week action coming up next.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, as the Middlebury Tigers have just punched one into the end zone to go on top of the St. Johnsbury Hilltoppers. 7-6. 4:42 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensive game for most of this game, but both teams getting one successful touchdown drive as the kickoff is end over end and fielded at about the 15-yard line by the Hilltopper. Cutting back is number 80, Jasper Rankin, and he's finally wrestled to the ground across the 40-yard line.
On the 40.
First down for the Hilltoppers.
First hit by Donahue.
Hey, local sports fans, 94.5 ESPN's Franklin and House Sports Talk Show can be seen on YCN's WYCX Outside Television at 5 p.m. every weekday. Tune in daily and get up to date on what's happening in sports.
So 1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers, just across the 40-yard line. They're trying to answer that scoring drive and get the lead back. Shotgun snap to Cady. He's done this all night. Rolls out to his left. Has some blockers. Surveying where he wants to go, and he'll get out of bounds, but not before he gains 5 yards. It's like a 5-yard gain, depending on where they spot the ball from the far side.
Buxton and company on the stop.
Spotted at the 45. So it's about a 4-yard gain. He has to get to the 49-yard line of the Tigers, so 2nd and 6. Jacob Cady, the junior, in shotgun formation, running back to his right. Cady hands it off to the running back. Up the middle goes Matthew Roy, and he's able to fall forward after a couple of hits. The spot looks like it should be enough for a first down from where we sit. Ref's trying to look it over. Are they going to measure it or just take a look? We'll see. They are going to bring the chains on the field. So we will take a timeout as well. 4:02 to play. Tigers leading 7-6. YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. Measurement was short. 3rd and 1 for the Hilltoppers.
Today's telecast is being brought to you in part by Top Stitch Embroidery, the best for your team and so much more. All YCN games are now on Facebook Live at YCN News.
So the Hilltoppers here, Cady in the shotgun, which is what they do most of the time, and this time he'll hand it off to Roy, who breaks free, just gets enough. He gets over the line of scrimmage. That'll be a first down before he's pushed backwards, but forward progress brought him to the 47-yard line, and that's where they'll spot it now for the first down.
It is, though, a first down, 1st and 10.
Inside 4 minutes to play. A defensive struggle all night. Maybe some signs of life here as the Tigers scored on their opening possession of the second half. And now the Hilltoppers trying to do the same. Cady surveying the field, has a man wide open, and that is Roy down the sidelines. He breaks free over one man. There's a flag on the play.
Pass is complete to Roy.
Blocking the back.
There is a flag down on the play.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, St. Johnsbury blocker looks like he took out a Tiger defender, kind of blindsided him. He did need to make that block, but too aggressive. It's going to knock St. Johnsbury back a ways. But still, number 25, Matt Roy, was wide open on the left sideline. Nice job by Cady finding him. It was a good, strong throw. But just these flags are really hurting both teams.
Yeah, he had a broken free, kind of unaccounted for, so Roy gets the completion, the reception, barreling down the left sideline, cutting it back inside, and then the block in the back. So 15 yards from the spot of the foul. I'm sure they'll still get the first down. See where they spot it. Officials counting it off.
Fifteen-yard penalty.
Bring it all the way back
on the 31
to the 30.
It'll still be a 1st and 10.
32-yard line, but a first down for Middlebury.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game, when we will choose the team member who had the greatest impact.
So 1st and 10 from the 31 for St. Johnsbury. Inside 2 minutes to play. Hilltoppers trying to get in the scoring column for this second half. Cady with the quick out. Completed and tackled, but not before Alercio gains maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Another flag on the play.
Yeah, I think that was holding right there. Happened right in front of the ref. The Tiger bench, coaches and fans all saw it right in front of them. Assuming that's what the flag is.
So they'll march that off from the spot of the foul, which was at the 31-yard line. So it'll move back to the 41, most likely. And just when it looked like the Hilltoppers may be trying to get something going and move the chains, they've now really not helped themselves out with some unforced errors.
Block in the back on the offense.
Another block in the back.
Yeah, and St. Johnsbury, they've definitely had that space to run, but these blocks in the back have just killed this drive. And
where it's going to be first,
if they have to punt the ball away or there's a turnover on downs, it's really going to be disappointing for St. Johnsbury. They had a number of really nice plays, but now 1st and 20, long way to go.
So first and 20, Katie in the shotgun, fakes the handoff, passes out to Rankin, cuts it back inside. He's breaking free. He can see the first down. He has it, and he's still evading tacklers.
Complete to Rankin as he takes it down to the 15.
Rankin with a nice catch and run there to get all the yardage back, and just like that, Hilltoppers are right back in it here, trying to punch one in the end zone.
Yeah, nice job by Rankin there. He really caught the ball right around the line of scrimmage, but did a nice job of running forward and evading tacklers. And
first and 10 with the ball.
he's really good at speeding down the sideline and then stopping and redirecting himself. It's tough to bring down. See if the Hilltoppers can make up for those flags.
Man in motion, handoff to Roy, who tries cutting it up the middle. He gets really nowhere. That'll bring up second down as we come up inside a minute to play in the third quarter.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Ramontos in Claremont. Always fresh, always delicious. All YCN games are on Facebook Live at YCN News.
Second down. Second and 10.
So second down and 10 for St. Johnsbury. Fakes the handoff. Katie's going to keep it himself, and he's really going to go nowhere into a wall of defenders. Third down. Maybe got a couple yards.
Ferrer and Hutt on the stop. Brings up a 3rd and 4 with the ball on the 10.
Clock moving now. It looks like it'll run out before this play is run, so that's going to do it as the clock does hit triple zeros for the third quarter after 3 quarters of play. Middlebury 7, St. Johnsbury 6. We will take a break and come back with fourth quarter on the YCN Game of the Week.